Okay, hi guys. I wanted to make this video public to you. It's been all over the internet, so this is just for you guys in the poker industry that haven't seen this. Most of you have. This video is kind of named by the poker industry one of the worst folds of all time. And I can't really disagree with that. I am going to tell you what I was thinking, so you never think this and get yourself in this same situation where you make such a donkey fold. I'm not going to go through the whole hand. I'm just going to say it like this. I was in this hand that you're going to see coming up after this video with the character Dark Knight. Now, this guy here was a very cool dude. He was cool all night, great guy, and good time at the table. But with that said, he was, I guess, on like 12 or 14 shots. Now, this is my bad for not realizing how drunk he was, or he even had that many shots at all. That's something that if you're a poker player, you probably need to pay attention to. I wasn't. He was to my right. I really wasn't paying attention to him. He was 2 over, and most of the night he played pretty snug, and so I got tricked. But even I should have never got tricked. I mean, this is a call. For those of you who already know the hand, for those of you who don't, I turn the nut straight, Broadway, on the turn with the ace of clubs in my hand, which is the nut flush redraw. I mean, does it ever get any better than that? Probably not. Anyways, you know, the flop checks through. It's me, the Dark Knight, and Mike X. And I'm second to act, if I remember right. And it checked through on the flop. And so on the turn is when I binked the Broadway and the club, nut flush club redraw. And Dark Knight checks. I bet whatever it was, 40 something hundred. I don't know. Watch the video. It's irrelevant, really. Mike X folds on the button. I believe he was on the button. Haven't watched this video in a while, so this is just from memory. And then in early position, the Dark Knight, I think, makes it like 15 grand or something like that. Guys, again, just watch the video. It doesn't make any difference because really not the point. Anyways, here's what I'm thinking, okay? I'm thinking, all right, this is a new guy. He's played snug all night. Knows I'm a fucking nit. How can you not if you've watched any of the streams? And so when he raises me out of position like that, I'm thinking to myself, maybe he's just gonna be aggressive enough in this spot to raise me with a flush, but not having the nut flush, because I have the ace of clubs. I mean, a lot of players do this. A lot of amateur players do it. Some players do it if they have a read. And so I'm thinking maybe king high flush, maybe even not that high. But I was convinced with all the things that I was seeing that he had 2 clubs. Now, what I immediately did, and again, this is no justification. I should have called this hand because he could have had sets here. The players overplay their hands. He could have had 2 pair. Gosh, if I knew it was on 14 shots of tequila, this would have been no brainer. I didn't. My fault. No excuse. And he could have had a lot of different hands here. But for some reason, because of these other factors, him being in position against me, was originally 3 players, I'm thinking this guy has to have a made hand, and it has to be clubs. And if that's the case, I have 7 outs, and I wind up with 14% equity in the hand. Now, that's not calculating anything else. That's just pure equity with 2 cards to come. With 1 card to come. And I was convinced that I had 14% equity and I had 1 card to go and was determined to make a real hero fold and be a genius. And what wound up happening was I make the fold. He's got 2 red 3s. He turns them over. The table erupts and the internet goes wild. So if you haven't seen this video, I want to bring it to you personally because I know you guys. You love trolling me. You love when I fail. And I just don't want to let you down. This is one that if you haven't seen, you have to see it. Enjoy it. Of course, slaughter me in the comments. I wouldn't expect anything else. As long as you don't talk about my family or anything real nasty, just my poker game, have at it. Because I know all you guys would have totally made the call and played perfect poker. And so, you know, help me out. Okay, so enjoy the video, and Envy out.
He's doing good.
I think he's had 14 shots of tequila.
Ronnie is a great person.
Call.
Johnny's no slouch. He's
One thing I don't like about
had a
Ronnie,
few himself, hasn't he?
he don't sing when he's losing. He cannot sing. That's what I don't like.
Wow, Magic.
Not sing?
We finally get a
he's
hero
down.
on our show, and you give
When
him
he's
crap.
down, he can't sing.
Unbelievable, man.
Sing the blues. Let's go. Let's go. Sideways.
Five-way action, heading to the flop.
That's what I thought. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Too.
Yeah, I have cards.
Nick has ace-king again. This time he has 2 overs and a gutter. Mike X is open-ended. What else we got going on? Patrick's got a gutter ball.
Too large.
Dark Net is going to bet 2,000 with craps on Queen 10-6 into 4 opponents. What's Nick going to do with the ace-king?
Call.
He's going to call. Patrick's out of there. Have you had enough, Mike X? No, he's just going to call. Guess who has the best hand currently? Dark Knight. Who gets this kind of value with 3s? Dark Knight. Uh-oh. Vertucci turns Broadway with the nut flush draw. Let's see if the Dark Knight can slow down. He can.
That 4,400.
Mike X now has a pair, still open-ended, has a flush draw, and he's drawing dead and makes a good fold. Can the Dark Knight get away from these 2 red 3s? On Queen 6-10, Jack, 3 clubs. Against that man, Mr. Only Poker, Nick Vertucci. I don't know if I could fold these 3s.
For
4,400.
Can't blame him for continuing here. You beat 2s in case Nick has those.
Can you count? Can you count? Count. Yeah, for the rest of the time.
You can have the
Oh, he's thinking about shoving.
30, 35, 40?
Yeah, around 30. Like 28.
Between 25 and 30.
No, 28.
28 is between 25 and 30. Between 25 and 30.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Come on, Dark Knight. You got this.
But that's 4,400.
But I need to know like how much he has back in the stack.
He just has like that much right here.
That's all he can tell you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I disagree. I think in this instance, you want to tell him.
Raise 15 large.
Wow. Nick nods his head. He's got to draw to the nuts in case he's behind. He's not. He just needs to fade his cards somehow falling off the table and being declared dead hand. If he can do that, he's going to win a nice one and get a much needed W tonight. They're going to be talking about this one on Only Poker. You know that. Turn Broadway. We have a redraw for the nut flush. You guys had 14 shots of tequila. I think put in the call and then call the river. No need to jam.
Fold.
Fold.
Wait, what?
Nice hand.
Thank you.
Oh no. What's our cameraman gonna do now? I have a feeling. I think we're gonna zoom in.
Hmm?
Hey, Nick. Happy birthday.
Oh, the needle from Johnny.
What'd you say? You can't.
Get back to Nick. Get back to him. I respect him too much. I respect him too much.
Oh,
It's yours,
no.
brother. Take it. Take it. Take it. Take it.
No.
It's fine. It's fine.
No, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. It's not an insult not taking it, okay?
Oh,
Thank
no.
you.
He's 25.
The Dark Knight.
Nice bet.
Thank you.
50 for you, Amir.
50?
I had Stone Cold Nuts. Oh my God.
What?
Surprising.
I thought he had the Stone Cold Nuts.